How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, this morning, we're going to take a look at something that I think you guys may enjoy. As you may know, we are not covering rumors daily anymore, but we are covering news, as I've mentioned before. So if there is news information, stuff like that, we will try to cover it. And this information, a lot of people have been speculating it and putting it out there, so I thought it'd be worthwhile talking about, because it's very soon going to be happening, and it's something that a lot of people might be, want to be prepared for, especially for June. But what am I talking about? Well, the next Pokemon Presents, right? So the next Pokemon Presents, if you don't know what a Pokemon Present is, I'm just going to quickly explain it. It's basically like a Nintendo Direct, but for Pokemon only. It was made separately from Nintendo Directs to kind of differentiate Pokemon from the other franchises, which, again, that's just Pokemon being Pokemon, and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company wanting to be a little bit different from the rest of the stuff over at the company. So yeah, either way, that's that. You now know what a present is. Well, what is the basic stuff that's going on right now? Well, a lot of people are saying that we're going to be getting ourselves essentially a Pokemon Present at the start of June, before E3 actually. That's the thing that's being kind of put out there right now. So here's a rumor: Pokemon Presents taking place in early June. This is posted on Nintendo Everything, and let's look through what the actual post says. So, Pokemon is no stranger to presentations in June, which is true. We've had Pokemon presentations over loads of years recently that all kind of collectively happen in June. So June is a time frame that makes sense for Pokemon like information to drop. May also tends to be like at the end of May tends to be a good timing for more information to drop. Now, over the past few years, we've seen Pokemon Presents broadcasts as well as Pokemon Directs, in this time frame in June. Rumor has it that we'll be seeing something similar next month once again. According to Twitter user Kelios, plans are in the works to air a new Pokemon Presents in early June. Fans can apparently expect news on Pokemon Unite as well as the release date for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. Now, Kelios accurately predicted a new Pokemon presentation for Pokemon Day back in February and spread the news regarding Pokemon Legends Arceus just before the official reveal. He was also aware of Nintendo broadcasts last July, which would turn out to be Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcases. So yeah, and then if we go to the source here, which I will, and I'll have it on the screen here, which is what Kelios was basically saying, is don't worry, and yep, Pokemon Presents incoming early June to announce Pokemon Unite release and BDSP release date. Now again, this sounds super logical. The early part is the part that a lot of people are confused about. People are saying that, oh, there's no way they're going to do it early. There's E3. They'll do it at E3. But you got to remember that we're talking about Pokemon here. Pokemon as a company and Pokemon as a franchise likes to be separate from the rest of Nintendo. Also, my hair is a mess. I do apologize. Holy crap. Either way, so like I was saying, Nintendo likes to be separate, right? Totally separate from the rest of the entities of Nintendo. So it only makes sense then, right, logically speaking, that they would want to have a separate present earlier in time than that. So yes, the possibility of this being the case and this being real basically just skyrocketed, if I would argue that. It just basically jumped up by a landslide, because honestly, it just makes sense that they would want to be just somewhat separate from the rest of the stuff that's going on with Nintendo. Because remember, Nintendo at E3 might have some crazy stuff to announce. There might be some big announcements. Because remember, we did have a Nintendo Direct earlier this year, right? We had a Nintendo Direct earlier this year that wasn't that massive. You guys remember that? They didn't give us Breath of the Wild. They just told us it was in development. They gave us really just Splatoon, right? That was like the biggest game they showed us out of all the stuff that was announced, right? Which to me wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't really, care for Splatoon personally. If you guys do, that's fine. You can enjoy what you want to enjoy. Don't worry about my opinion on that sort of stuff. But what I'm trying to get to is that Nintendo in general, right, is probably going to be having loads of big stuff. So Pokemon doesn't want to get overshadowed, even if they're just going to be announcing the release date for Unite and the release date for BDSP. They still don't want to be outshined by the stuff that's going to come during E3. And honestly, during E3, there is a chance that even during E3, we might get a small Pokemon trailer in the Nintendo Direct, because that tends to happen. But there being a presence, Pokemon Presents separately earlier makes actual sense. And there is even a possibility, it can happen, one in July as well. So we just have to wait and see what happens in regards to that. But that's not all for today, though. The next thing I want to bring up real quick here is the subject matter of Pokemon Sleep. So according to Kelios, a new Pokemon Sleep test subdomain has been uploaded to the Japanese Pokemon site and then removed, suggesting that information will arrive soon. So yes, to the subdomain here, it's been uploaded to the Japanese Pokemon site, that Pokemon Sleep has like kind of a domain that's being tested, and then it's been removed, and we don't really know what the deal is from this. Like, we don't really know anything about Pokemon Sleep. The only thing we knew about it when it was announced was like, oh, it's gonna have some interaction with, sleeping. It's like, you're gonna be able to catch Pokemon while you sleep, which doesn't make a lot of sense, I'm gonna be honest. Pokemon Sleep has been just kind of a joke in the community for the most part. I'm kind of curious to see what the hell it's gonna be like. Like, what actually is this game, right? Like, what are we waiting for here? What is this weird entity, right, that they keep hinting, right? And there's these weird, like, not hinting really, but like there's, things that keep like, showing up about it, like little like trademarks and stuff like that. But then there's like no actual information. It's been it's been years now technically since it was announced, and still nothing has like truly popped up. So I guess my honest opinion on that is just like, hey, just let us see what the hell Pokemon Sleep is already. And also, I need to figure out what the hell was wrong with my hair because it's a mess right now. So there you go. But either way, like I was saying, so that's pretty much it in regards to, Pokemon Sleep and that. And then there is Pokemon Unite, which Timmy, the company who's making it, just very recently was posting on Twitter that they're excited about a, like a game they're making for a very, very big and popular franchise that's been popular for decades, right? And of course, this does seem to be implying Pokemon for the most part. There is possibly something else. I know that they just had like, Tencent had like some sort of, investors meeting type of thing, right? Where they showed off a bunch of their future games and like things like that. Like a conference type of thing is what they had, not investors, but just a kind of a conference showing off like what the future is in terms of their development, video games, etc., all that sort of stuff, right? Kind of showing that off. So that happened, which means that the possibility of Pokemon Unite like getting some information very soon makes sense. The game has been being beta tested over in like Canada, I think, and in other places of the world. It's been getting tested by people, by players, and yeah, honestly, as far as I can tell, the game looks pretty interesting. If you don't know what Unite is, it's basically a Pokemon MOBA. If you don't know what a MOBA is, it's like a multiplayer online battle arena, right? Where basically you have a team, two teams that fight against each other over, for control of a map, right? And it all goes out that, basically you're trying to win almost like a football match, right? Or a, basketball game, right? It's kind of like that, right? It's a very competitive type of, game style, so to say, right? It's a very competitive type of game. And in all fairness, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the game is gonna be like. I know people have been playing it. I've been asking a lot of people that have played it what they think about it, and it seems like the general opinion is that everybody's excited for it. Like, everybody seems excited for it. Everybody seems to think that it's actually pretty great, that it's gonna be awesome, that it doesn't seem like the most awful of games, right? Like, that actually seems like to be a pretty good game. So yeah, in regards to that, I think I pretty much mentioned everything in regards to Pokemon, BDSP, and their information and when we can expect the Pokemon Presents. We talked about Pokemon Sleep, and we talked about Pokemon Unite. So for the most part, I think we've covered pretty much the basis for some of this stuff, that's been kind of popping up out there. And like I said, I've been trying to avoid the kind of generic 4chan rumors. There have been a few. The biggest one, the one that I think is most interesting, is the subject matter of will there be Mega Evolutions in BDSP? And as I mentioned in a previous video, Kelios did say that that seems like the most likely option, right? And again, that depends on if you trust Kelios and like his information. He didn't like specifically confirm it, but he did say it seems like the most likely, of outcomes, right? And I think Megas really do need to be in BDSP, right? Because that's the thing, BDSP, if you guys haven't noticed, is that the game is going to clearly include a lot of things from Pokemon Platinum, right? So Pokemon Platinum is, elements, right? Like, specific Pokemon events and stuff like that will be present, right? Within BDSP, but we don't know if like, the Battle Frontier or anything like that will be present, the Distortion World. We don't really know anything about that stuff, right? But in terms of the stuff we do know, okay, in terms of the things we do know, well, it does seem like there is a few event Pokemon that are not there in the, Diamond Pearl games that will be there, which then opens up the door of like, okay, well, what's the purpose of buying this game? Like, why would you even buy BDSP if you can just go and play Diamond and Pearl and have basically the same stuff with like minor graphics updates? Well, there is a big reason, which is if they add in megas and new things, right? Like, brand new things is the thing that people want for this game. Like, just something new, right? Just something new to add a bit of spice to the already existing kind of like, situation of the game, right? Just like something to add, like some elements, right? Something to just make the game more worthwhile to buy. Because honestly, think about it. What's your reason for buying BDSP if you can already go and play Diamond and Pearl, that honestly look the same and probably have the same stuff in them? What's the purpose otherwise? Well, the purpose is if they add in stuff to make it more incentivized to go and buy it. I mean, people will buy it no matter what. Keep that in mind. People will buy it no matter what. I will be buying it as well, no matter what. I mean, it is my job to cover it, but at the same time, people will buy it no matter what the situation is, and because of that, like, it doesn't really truly matter because they can do whatever they want. Pokemon players will always go for, buy the products. But I think what I'm trying to say is to make that, like, offer more, you know, like reasonable. They have to do the same thing they did with previous remakes, which is include features that are in the previous games and stuff like that, like features that we want to see. So megas is definitely one of the most possible, really, like one of the most possible things they could do. So I'd love to know what you guys think about this. Honestly, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing rumor videos daily anymore. We're just doing these once in a while when I've got some time and there's some interesting things to cover. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name has been Ruffle Rowlet, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out and bye bye.